yeah, thank you. Please.
Rajkishan sir, Kerala Karnataka interested candidate ge ನಮ್ಮ Speedforce company ಸುಸ್ವಾಗತ. Rajkishan sir, please go on.
Yes, sir. So yeah, this is let's just start with a small prelogue into the presentation. So most of us are two-wheeler owners. It's we have been owning two-wheelers. We have bought new two-wheelers, and imagine the first 1 year when we have the coupon book on hand, we start going to the branded showroom and getting our vehicles serviced. But then after the first 1 year, what happens is you either you are you don't have the access to the brand because of the brand's demand and because they don't have the correct timing, or secondly you are also not interested to go to the low street side garages because of the various issues, like it's a single man operation and you are not aware of their technology status, or you do not trust their change of spares. So that is where there is a problem that has been seen, which happens, which eventually has an effect on the two-wheeler, because from regular repair, from regular service, we shift our focus to need-based repair. Whenever there is a repair, we take it to a mechanic shed or to a branded showroom. So there, what happens is the breakdowns are inevitable. You never know when breakdowns will arise. Second, there is a lot of wear and tear of parts. You are not cautioned about the wear and tear of the parts. Third, the retail value of the vehicle is very low. So to avoid all these things and to keep your vehicle spick and span, we at Speedforce have created a platform between the branded store and the street side garage, a platform where you get state-of-art equipment, trained technicians, and quality spares and oils, and which is the rates of which are equal, almost equal to the street side garage. So now let's have a look at today's business presentation. I bet that this 40 minutes will be of great value to you and will help you take a decision. So yes, please put your mics on mute. Please put your mics on mute, please. So, Puneet ji, please put your mic on mute, please, sir.
You are also gone on mute, Raj bhai. आपका आवाज नहीं आ रहा है.
हाँ जी. They have put all the mics on mute. That's the problem.
Okay, so we will request.
Yeah. So let's get into what is today's content. There's the overall of the two-wheeler industry, the industry that you're going to get in, the rough introduction about how things are going to happen, what is Speedforce, how it works, what is the market potential, and how the company that you're going to join hands is going to move forward in the coming future, and what are the exclusive services of Speedforce. So let's have a look at what is happening. Yes, two-wheeler industry. Two-wheeler industry is one industry that has been substantially and constantly growing. These new two-wheeler sales has been continuously growing stage by stage at around at least a minimum of 12% growth in the last 6 years. That's a tremendous thing for the industry. And the most important is post-COVID, during 2020, when the lockdown had opened up, two-wheeler industry was the first industry that came back on the main road. So this is one thing. So our industry, the service industry, is dependent on the two-wheeler sales. So that is the reason we are more conscious. We are more looking at the sale of two-wheeler industry. Now let's understand, as we discussed in the beginning, what is the large gap between sales and service of branded two-wheelers. So branded two-wheeler showrooms are there almost everywhere. Yet there is a lot of more. If there is one branded showroom in a place, there are nearly hundreds of mechanic sheds, and they're all thriving. The reason, because everybody, as I told you, the brand does not have the capacity to cater to the entire number of vehicles that have been sold in the area, because month on month they are accumulating the sales. So as per the industry survey, it says that after the second year, that is the second year after the warranty, it is just 20%. The redemption ratio is lesser than 20%, and when you go, as you move on to the third and fourth year, it comes to single digit also. So this is the position out there. So manufacturer service, the brand's focus is basically on serving vehicles that are in the warranty because they cover the warranty. Now let's look at the other side. The other side of the coin is you have the street side garages where the local garages, single man operated, poor conditions. Most of the places they don't even have the necessary tools or the necessary operative models. So this is what is happening in the present scenario. So under these circumstances, there's a lot of gap in the industry. There is a lot of need in the industry where multi-brands, showrooms, service stations need to come. So let's have a look at what was the sales the last 6 years. That is, I'm considering above 2020, 6 years before 2020. So this last 6 years, there were about 9 crore vehicles on road. They've been sold on road. That means roughly about 4 services per vehicle, which amounts to around 36 crores services spending. And 36 crores, and it's almost 17,000 crores of rupees that have been, that's the market of the service industry, especially the two-wheeler automobile industry, and it's almost a budget of a small state. So that is the vast potential that is there. Now let's look at how we can reap this potential. Somebody might ask that is this the only alternate? Yes, this is the alternate because there are a lot of things are happening. So this is not based just on the two-wheeler sale or on the repair or the service. It is based on various metrics that have been taken. So transformation raised customers' expectation. Yes, there's a lot to tell you. A matter of fact, this this decade, especially from 2019 to now, the maximum power in India is the youth power. So these people have gone in for a lot of all the youth are our basic customers. It's a known fact. No? So they have taken a lot of different two-wheelers, and their expectation is more because most of them are educated and their expectations are more. So they're looking for state-of-art workshops because everybody knows that a good technology gives a good vehicle. So state-of-art equipment, neat, clean, nice-looking, pollution-free workshops, competent, efficient, courteous staff seen all over. And of course, there are a lot of top-end bikes also coming up. So, and technology is not just remain to the brand. Technology is there everywhere nowadays. You hit Google, you'll know the entire technology for us. So there is a lot of openness among the public, a lot of knowledge in the public. So they know what the technology is, and they're looking for quick response. And with all these things, because of the efficientness of the workshop, paying a little extra for services is not really a problem. And of course, transparency in all aspects. As I told you, technology is being known to everybody. Under these circumstances, under these very circumstances where the present country is like service with a difference, people are looking for a service with difference, neat and clean service, use of high-tech tools, service at doorstep, transparency in service, reasonable charges. There are a lot of problem statements. All these are all the left are all problem statements of every individual two-wheeler owner, and almost all the problem statements point to one place, and that is Speedforce. The success of this brand, which has been nominated as the largest small industries brand, small in the automobile sector, because the success is based on the strengths of these solutions that have been organized for these problems. So that is the reason Speedforce is successful, and we have got around 120 plus branches across India, and now we are going global in the Asian market. So yeah, let me now that I've told you the entire foray of the market and how Speedforce is moving, why should only Speedforce move in that extent? The reason is because of which the management behind it. The management has got various people, around 9 people we have on the management board who have got various skill sets which are giving comprehensive and value addition to the existing system and making every Speedforce franchisee a profit center. So this is direct link which I'm talking to about. You have after sales service, networking, sales, marketing, branding, accounting, and finance. So among all this, we have around, I told you, 9 people. 4 people are exclusively from the technical background. Mr. Mohan Vaidya sir. We have Rangarajan sir, who's there already with us. There's Mr. Kohli sir, and we have got Ashok sir. These 4 people amongst themselves, They've got 150 years plus experience in the automobile segment. One gentleman designs the strategy and the training. The other gentleman takes care of the workshop layout. The third gentleman looks after the technicalities of the equipment. And the fourth looks after the customer satisfaction and taking the customer to the next level. So these four segments have been well taken care by the veterans who have got a valid exposure. And then we have another four people down the line, that is Mr. Deepin Berai, Mr. Kapil Bindi, Mr. Nirav Bhatt, and me, Raj Kishan. So B4, we take over the north, east, west, south of India. We take care of the marketing, understanding, analyzing the situation, how a franchise can be sustainable, what are the necessary strategies that need to be made. And then we have our master player, Mr. Pranav Bhatt, who's got about 30 plus years of experience in sales. This gentleman has a tremendous growth from a sales executive level to the topmost in sales management. So he takes care of the marketing department of Speedforce, and that he's the person who will enter into your segment after the first 3 months of inauguration of your workshop. From the fourth month, he'll take it to the market level and he will bring Watkins. So he and his team work in a different manner to get things. So there are 9 people who have got agnostic experiences, who have brought in value addition to the franchise network and been serving. Apart from these 9 people down the line, we have got around 100 plus employees and their experiences ranging from 6 years. And the top, I said, including the management, is about 38 years. Cumulatively, we must be having around 200 plus years of experience amidst us. And that is just a small analogy. So what is Speedforce? As I said, it's a chain of two-wheeler service stations providing all kind of services across according to the market demand. Here, I would like to tell you one point is that two-wheeler service, yes, service, repair, you can buy the spares from outside and get it. But imagine all at one place. It's a sort of a DMart of two-wheeler owners' necessities. It is a one-stop shop for all two-wheeler owners. So whatever their necessities are, what are their necessities? Periodic service, minor, major repair, accidental repair, battery service, annual maintenance contract. So annual maintenance contract, even for, see, not the first year. The first year you've got maintenance contract from your brand. Now from there onwards, we have a special privilege called annual maintenance contracts, which takes over the used vehicles also, and we conduct regular checks on the vehicle and keep it running. And then we have pickup and drop facility. This pickup and drop facility is a wonderful thing, especially during COVID. We had it in 2000. We started it since 2017-18, but still today it's become hot of the town because in COVID, nobody wants to move. Just you make a call or you book on the app, the executive comes and picks it up. And then, of course, breakdown. Our customers can avail the breakdown service wherever they are within the vicinity of the existing workshop. Then we have value-added services and then insurance services, used two-wheeler warranties. We have got specific partners for annual maintenance contracts and used two-wheeler warranties, which make using the vehicle, having the vehicle in good condition. And then the most important that has been missed out here is we have as bike sanitization mode, which the first time in India, the bike sanitization has been launched, and that was by Speedforce. And that is one of the most important things that are happening right now across our Speedforce franchisees. And then so I think this slide is just weird because whatever I've told talks why Speedforce. So in addition to that, this is given, but let's have an intricate look at what it is. So it's a profitable business. Yes, Speedforce is profitable business because you have 3 types of fundamental businesses happening in every workshop. One is it comes for service or repair, you get your money. Second, you put spares, you get your money. The best part is even the spares that have been old spares that have been removed give you money through scrap selling, automobile scrap selling. So there are various things that can make this business a profitable venture. And once you get into the franchise training, you'll understand there are 18 plus ways of making your earning. But today's entire presentation will look at only your service, labor, spares. Only these things we will be looking at, but in general, you have 18 more ways to earn. So this is a large potential. Yes, current channels have their own limitations. The dealer workshop, they're not able to cater to the vehicles, 1 year or older vehicles. The local mechanics, they're not apt with technology, updated with technology. So improvement in technology demands trained manpower. Obvious, you need state-of-art equipment, you need trained manpower, and training, mind you, in automobile industry is not a one-time affair. It is a continuous process, because this is the fastest emerging segment in the country or in the world. Things are moving at a rapid pace, because two-wheeler is most necessary for any person across in the Asian countries. So then the market demands for new trends, customers ready to spend extra care, employment and entrepreneurship generation. So this is one aspect which is very interesting for all the board members of Speedforce and the franchise family, because every franchise is an entrepreneurship generation that has been done. Every passionate person we take is an entrepreneurship generation that's done, and every entrepreneur supports 3 to 5 families in the initial run directly, and indirectly you support many more. So this is a real advantage for this situation. Now, okay, now how the whole Speedforce works out? Yes, franchise appointment starts up with potential mapping and location identification. So the moment you log in your location, then we do a lot of research analytics, understand what is the areas out there, what sort of public lives there, what is the economic condition out there, and what is the weather condition out there, and what is the brands that are being sold. So among, when we make all these three sort of analytics, what happens is we understand what is the regular repair that happens out there, what would be the charges of mechanics or mechanic sheds out there. Third, what is the list of spares that needs to be maintained in the inventory to start off. So these analytics is being done. Then the selection of prospects and informations. So when we meet the prospects, the most important thing we look into the prospects is basically the passion. It is not how much, what is their experience, or any, what is their present status, or what is present setup. We look for the passion in the entrepreneur, because all the activities, mind you, all the activities that Speedforce does, be it marketing, be it training, or be it customer satisfaction, everything is a co-creation activity. We do something, we strategize, you have to follow these strategies and execute them. So it's a co-creation. Unless you have the passion, you are investing 10, 12 lakhs, and we are investing 100 crore brand. So it should be a passion, and it should be a worthy relationship for us, so that we make every franchise, or rather your franchise, into a profit center. That's most important, is it not? So then the legal due diligence, financial, site visit, layout preparation. Layout preparation is being done by the technical head, and they give you exactly the persons handling the technical department, the workshop department have done around 750 workshops for various companies, and they design your workshop in such a way that you will know where to have the wash area, where to have the lounge. Everything is amiably planned, so that you reach a position. Yeah, Mr. Rangarajan. Mr. Rangarajan, you're on mute.
Sorry. Okay. Sorry for the interruption, because there was some आवाज नहीं आ रहा था. That's why. Sorry. Okay. Now you are all right. Okay.
Yeah,
Sorry.
please mute yourself. Okay.
Yeah.
So this is so then the final inspection report, manpower appointment and training. Training, as I told you, is a very important aspect. And to tell you a matter of fact, training has been the pillar of success for Speedforce, because training is not just a one-time affair. We keep auditing, we keep training continuously. And the most important thing, Speedforce never charges you for training, because we understand that a perfect trained workshop will yield the best, and that way Speedforce at your location becomes prominent and becomes a profit center, and that's how the Speedforce company survives. Okay, so this is then marketing activity, and of course we have the inauguration and startup. So how does Speedforce work? Yeah, on-job training. Yes, training, as I told you, is a very important aspect in Speedforce. we are thoroughly into it and we repeatedly do it. So on-job training, we give you motivational training to your staff. We give technology training to the staff, and also try to understand how they do it, because we have got everything in the workshop is so well streamlined. There is an SOP, standard operation process for everything. As the trainees, the staff or yourself follow what we have said, how we have trained, then the success is faster to achieve. Then, of course, timely visits and audit. Yes, this is a continuous process. Almost every 3 months to 4 months, we have visits. We have three type of visits. One is the admin audit that happens at the back end. Then the marketing audits that's been done by our Pranav sir and his team, and then we have the technical audits done by Ashok sir and his team. So this is a continuous process. We try to understand where there is a gap in the whole flow and try to fill that gap and see that a franchise becomes a success model. And technical support, yes, technical support, as I said, apart from training, there is a special technical support too. What happens is, suppose you're stuck somewhere in between where you're really not able to move further, or you've done exploited everything but still you're not able to get the engine back on form. Then what you do, you need to every workshop has CC camera and a Wi-Fi connection. All you got to do is get on a video call with our technical staff who are available at the desk, and they will guide you as to how to go about on a step-by-step basis. Then, of course, customer feedback. Customer feedback is a crux of the development of a franchise. The more you look, I think Rangarajan sir would deal more about this when he is in touch. But customer feedback is very important because let me tell you a small example out here. It is noted that in India, almost most of them use 5 to 6 vehicles in their lifetime, from 20 years to 60 or whatever it is. They use 5 to 6 vehicles, and it is also noted that all the 6 vehicles could be of different brands or could be of a higher level. That is, you've used 100 cc, you would like to go in for a 150, 175. So that increment. So that means a customer who is walking to you has a span of 25, 30 years of life with him to match with you. So unless you are able to take the customer to the next level, then the dependency on you will not increase. So that is most important. So that's the reason we look into customer feedback. And the most important thing is customer feedback and cross learning. They're very much in sync, because in Speedforce, it is not the management alone that takes decision. It is the entire family of 120 franchisees, their feedback. We take every feedback into consideration and see whether it is implementable or not on a large scale. So the cross learning and customer feedback is customer feedback from your customer to you and you to us, or the entire thing has become a learning process. So now let's look at the support. For what we give, we take from you. What do we give you? So our support is tools and equipment. We give you entire tool set that is required to operate a two-wheeler service station. The entire tool set has been given. All the basic tools are given to you so that you will be able to function as a full-fledged workshop. So, and these tools come with warranty and repair also during the tenure. We take care of them, and most of them are very, very essential for you to make overall service. So then you have branding material. Branding is the front fascia and internal graphics. These internal graphics have been specifically designed, and from Kashmir to Kanyakumari, all our outlets will be uniform, you know. So if we have to make a brand equity, our look must be uniform. So we make it uniform, and the entire front fascia and the internal graphics are being given by us as a bouquet of services that are being offered under a thing. So then we have stationery. Stationery, yes, invitation card, job cards, opening shortly banners, visiting cards, everything. The important things of these are the job card, the invoice book. These are all very, very important, because there's been intrinsic research that has happened the last 1 decade to bring the best. Every minute detail in the job card is so relevantly packed by our experts that over a period of time, it gives you real advantage over the client. Then the marketing kit. The marketing kit is of two parts. One part comes along with the initial stationery before the inauguration, and the second part, the canopy, the leaflets, promotional material, all these things come along with the marketing team that arrives in the fourth month after 100 days of your opening. And then we have software. The software, this is a very, very important aspect which I would like to tell the franchisees, that whatever amount of spares that you offer, whatever amount of genuine things that you put to your customer, the customer's trust comes once you take out a printout of computerized bill. And this ERP CRM solution that we have created for your office, it takes care of the entire workshop. It takes care of your inventory, your billing, your attendance, your monitoring, everything in a nutshell. And we also offer mobile apps for your customers, so they can book, they can rate, they can get their bills, everything in one place. So these things are software is being given to you, and we take care of the back end of the software. This makes the software creates a genuinity in you to your customer. So then the marketing support, the hand-holding marketing activities, as I said, we've got a variety of activities we will discuss at length during the franchise meet, which will be held at our head office for the franchise and for the team at your place. And then training is continuous. Visits and audits, they are also continuous. So this was 2020. 31st, I think we have done this 35 plus new launches. We had 30 new cities, 16 new states. Well, today we are 120. That was 100 reaching on 31st, 2020, 31st December 2020. Today we are 120, and still about 15 more in the pipeline to get open. 120 on Indian shores and one in Nepal. We are coming up with other countries also. I think by the end of December 31st, we plan to reach 300 in India and probably around a dozen across the Asian continent. Yes, so this is one point that you need to, as an investor, rather as a franchise, you need to understand what is the sort of company that you're investing. So as I told you, so focus India. We are focusing on our pan-Indian market. our goal is to reach the maximum number of two-wheelers across the country to serve them. So we are targeting metros, tier 2, tier 3. Even in certain places, we have gotten even to the tier 3 centers. 300 outlets, as I told you, and our focus is pan India. Now I think pan continent also we are moving. So these are our official partners. With the spares, we have got India's leading auto component manufacturer, Minda. Then we have Castrol, one of the world's largest oil companies. Then we have Renew by Insurance Partners, ERP Matrix Solutions, and warranty partner. And then we have annual maintenance contracts partners. So all these people, they have joined hands with Speedforce. You can understand these are all the top people in the industry, top notch in the industry. But we are just 120 franchises old. And I think Minda walked into us when we were in 30th or something, and Castrol was for when we were 45th. And of course, rest of the people, they walked into us like that. Why did they come? This is one point that you need to understand. They have inked the papers with us. They've inked their relationship with us, understanding the vision in our mission. So they've understood where we want to go, where we want to do what. So this has been a very, very important aspect for us to move forward. Now, of course, this is our footprints across the country, from Kashmir to Kanyakumari. Yes, if not exactly, yes, from the Jammu Kashmir state to the Tamil Nadu state, we are there all across. So this is a small look at the workshop. You can see the toolbox and the RAMs and the battery charger, and this is a front fascia, how it looks. These are all standard creations across India. The constraint is the space. See, we are looking for anything between 400 to 600 SFT. We are looking for have franchise. And we are not looking for commercial areas, we're looking for semi-commercial areas, which foresee a lot of apartments across. So that brings in the initial walk-ins. So that is one thing. And the entire setup is done similar, whether it is a 600 SFT or even a 1500 SFT, which we have got at different places. So the setup is the same, only the thing, the space gets shrunk depending on the availability. Yes, this is a few of the paper cuttings, the media cuttings we had in the first launch in South India. In Hyderabad, we had, that was a paper cutting, and this was the decoration that was being done. And this is a part of the corporate social responsibility that we do. The top is the CSR activity that Speedforce does. Speedforce joins hands with national road safety organizations across India. So during the National Road Safety Week, till last year it was week, this year they did it month. So we were partnering with the Gujarat Police in Gujarat, and in Hyderabad we partnered with National Road Safety Organization, conducted various events. And below we have camps that have been organized at corporate to, for the sake of the franchise. On behalf of the franchise, we organize these camps so that more walk-ins can be availed. And of course, this is again various camps that have been organized. So this is the integration mania. At different places, different tools are needed for making a shout out in the locality. So this is a mania that we carry on as I told you, we are there across India. So depending on different cultures, different necessities, we do we partner with the local franchise and take care of this inauguration mania. And of course, this is Greek and Latin in Gujarati and Hindi. So this is all media cuttings. And then we have points of celebration for Speedforce, because we've got a lot of certificates from different people. But of course, we don't consider it this as a celebration or a great thing, but we consider it as more of a responsibility, because each and every certificate tells us, reminds us of our job and our duty towards franchise, and in turn towards the customer. Yeah, those were our splendid moments when we received the Small Business Awards 2020 from the Bombay Stock Exchange. Our directors are receiving them. India's only international brand. A well said, apt title, organizing the unorganized sector. India's only international brand. Yes, we are the only Make in India initiative, especially in this segment, who have really established well, because our model is a low cost, high return model. So this is the reason that we are able to move across. Some more certificates. Certificate Indian Business Awards we got the last year 2020, and then GTF World Business Summit, where international players also participated. Luckily, our innovation and our vision had made us reach these milestones in the existence. And then now let's look at the investment breakup. So I think this is the most eagerly awaited slide for every franchise. You need to understand, so you need to understand how much you need to invest, is it not? So this is this is a basket of services that have been offered. We are charging you 7.5 lakhs one-time fee, which is which in addition to that GST is collected as per the government norms. 18% is collected. So let's see how it works out. The franchise fee is about 1 lakh of rupees. Tools and equipment and machinery with installation and transport costs you 3.5 lakhs. And the tools are all quality driven tools that have been the standards have been considered by our expert team, and we have a very good tool vendor for this. Then we have internal super graphics, front fascia and branding for 1 lakh of rupees. Stationery, software, training, audit and monitoring 1 lakh. And then we have market support and development, which is 1 lakh. All put together it is 7.5 lakhs. So let's look at, as I told you, there are three types of the main incomes that we have in the workshop. I think you would have understood by that. Now let's look at the service. Now suppose you get about 10 vehicles for service. It is just a rough average. As per normal standards, we are giving you 2 RAMs, which will take care of around 15 to 18 vehicles of minor repair. But here we are considering everything, we are considering at a lower end, so that you need to understand that the lower projection yielding higher returns is really a blessing in disguise. So 10 vehicles, say you make average 300 rupees cost, which is 3,000 rupees, and then you have the monthly, so about 9,000 rupees. Say out of the 10, at least 7 people go for a lube. That's about 300 rupees per lube, and you have 100 rupees on each lube you make Castrol. So there are different schemes that you work out in. You take these schemes, then automatically you make about 100 rupees per liter. So that's about 700 rupees. And then say about 10 people go for spares, and the spares, the discounts vary between 10% to 55% on different spares. And let's consider you make a 30% fairly on the situation. So that's about 1,200 rupees. Say 5 vehicles come for little extra labor, little extra work, and they pay you just 50 rupees. That works out around 500 rupees. And then I told you the insurance breakdown and the major work. We have not considered anywhere the major. It is just the regular service that we have considered. Now suppose, say once in a week or once in 2 weeks or twice in a week, or depending on the situation, if even if you get 5,000 rupees billing on a vehicle, and even if you get around 500-600 on that, that makes a big amount. So all put together, you make about 1,80,000 and odd. That is the direct income. Now I also told you that apart from service, say spares and oils, you make another small income by selling the scrap. That is, none of the two-wheeler owners would ever ask you to give back the waste spares. So most of the cases, they throw it with you and they leave it with you and go. So even that can be sold. So we have a special vendors for that. All put together, it's about 3,780 per month, and maybe all put together around 1,86,000, 85,000 is monthly revenue that is generated. Now let's, on the other hand, look at the expenses, because this is very important. Now you try to understand, we have made the profit statement lower. We have taken everything at barest minimum. Now here the expenses are taken on the higher side. Just imagine the rent, 30,000. 30,000 is a very, very rare phenomena only in the metro. Even metros, we have been getting it about 25,000, and certain metros we have operated 400 SFT at 15,000 also. So the thing varies, but we have taken it on the higher side. And then the salaries is 35,000. So you need 3 people, and let us, it is proportionately distributed at 35,000. Electricity miscellaneous maintenance is 15,000. This is also on the higher side. Electricity is nothing more than 3-4,000 rupees, but still, let's have it. Taxes, employees, incentive, welfare, 15,000. This aspect, most of them ask us what is the welfare. So you are dealing with the most intricate thing, your internal customers, that is your team. So they're very high sensitive people. There will be a certain standard operation process that has been taught at the franchise meeting, where you'll understand how to treat them better so that the attrition is at the lowest. So the welfare takes care of that. And then probably you would have got amount from somewhere else, and you need to pay a loan, you need to pay the interest. It's about 15,000. All put together, your expenses around 1,10,000. Now imagine we were making 1,85,000 something, 1,10,000, 70,000. There also the calculation has not been made appropriate, because we want to keep the figures low, profit figures low, because once you get the best, you'll enjoy it. So fine. Now I think you are here. That means you have already probed a lot of businesses. Let's see how different businesses work out on different parameters. Now we have the retail management, retail shops. The retail domain is really catching up like fire. Food and beverages and hospitality is also catching up like fire. And then we have Speedforce, multi-brand two-wheeler service station. Now imagine the first 2 segments had a beat during the last COVID days. In fact, even today, there are a lot of people who have either closed down or they're not in a position to open back. But automobile brand service station, the Speedforce, has always sprung back into action whenever there was a need. So investment, yes, high. Retail industry charges you very high. The food and beverages is high, moderate, and high, and automobile multi-brand is low. There's one more thing, is the stock and inventory is also very high. high and low. Here, there's a lot of the wastage part is not considered, and the excess stock is also not considered. Whereas in the automobile industry, we, especially Speedforce, gives you a specific training on how to maintain spares and rotate the investment on spares 3 to 4 times in a month for you to maximize your profits. So every point, Speedforce looks into the safeguarding the interests of the franchise. So then we overhead expenses, moderate, high, very high, medium, and low, and fixed. The most important, the Speedforce operative expenses are fixed. So the more you make the turnover, the more profit happens. So seasonal effects, yes, we have seen. We told you the recent pandemic had shut down a lot of shutters, but Speedforce has been going great guns because we had special requests, special permissions to operate during the lockdown also, because even frontline workers were traveling on two-wheelers and they needed service too. So yes, consumer need, yeah, the need is service is a daily affair, because I mean every day different vehicles walk in, but every vehicle needs to be maintained. So this is a daily need. And profitably, yes, I told you we are a low investment, high return module. Let's look at the last part is the process of the franchise application. As I told you, the eligibility for being a Speedforce franchise is your passion. If you're a passion-driven personality, we are looking for you. You are the right partner for us. So application with an NEFT of 1 lakh plus GST 1.18, then a letter of intent is given to you. Search for location, approval. Yeah, we do the analytics and all those things. Then the basic site work, payment schedule. There is a schedule that has been given the moment before issuing the letter of intent. We have a welcome call where a schedule is given for you as to what you will do, what we need to do, how the payments have to be executed. So we will work on the same timetable because that keeps us on the same page towards and takes us towards the inauguration. Then the final payments, material provision, recruiting, pending documents, letter of appointment, inauguration, and then you become the Speedforce ambassador of your place, because nobody knows us. They hit your place, nobody knows us. You are the hero, you are the Speedforce ambassador out there. So that's the management team. The 5 people are out here, 4 people have been a little busy. So that doesn't mean that we were all free, but still at the photograph time, we were there. The other 4 were not there. So from the left, you have Pranav sir, the hero of marketing. Then you have Raj Kishan, that's me. We have Deepen Barai, Mr. Ashok Shah, Mr. Kapil Bindi. 3 of these people are the original architects of Speedforce. We have only added the floors on Speedforce construction, but these people have been the foundation of Speedforce. So yes, thank you. And now I would request my colleague, Mr. Kohli sir, to take over the question answer session because it will be mostly in Kannada. I think I've done my duty. In between, let me give you a small presentation on the video so that from there we can take it forward. Yeah.
Sir, after this video, Raj sir, after this video, just write in the chat box, please send the numbers because I've just received only 2 numbers. So remaining are not written. So just announce and write in the chat box to send the numbers also.
Okay. So gentlemen, I think you heard what our Ashana madam had asked. Please write your numbers on the chat box.
I think, Mr. Kohli, you can communicate to all the participants in the regional language. They will be in a position to text their
Yes,
number.
sir.
Yeah.
Yeah, Kohli sir, please go ahead with the language so we can just have it because we need.
Is my screen visible to all of you?
Yes, yes. Go ahead, Raj
Yes,
sir.
sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Clear.
Rajkishan sir, thank you very much.
Yeah, over to you, Kohli sir. I think now you can take over the question answer session. And please, I request all of you to type in your mobile numbers so that our team will get across to you and speak to you also.
ರಾಜಕೃಷ್ಣ, ಥ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಯು ವೆರಿ ಮಚ್. ಎಲ್ಲ ಪಾರ್ಟಿಸಿಪೆಂಟ್ಸ್ಗಳನ್ನ ನಮಸ್ಕಾರಗಳು. ನಿಮಗೇನಾದರೂ ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ ಪ್ರಶ್ನೆ ಇದ್ರೆ ನನಗೆ ಪ್ರಶ್ನೆ ಕೇಳ್ಬೋದು. ಜೊತೆಗೆ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಮೊಬೈಲ್ ನಂಬರ್ ಹಾಕಿ. ಮೊಬೈಲ್ ನಂಬರ್ ಜೊತೆಗೆ ಅದೇನಂತ ನಾವು ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಕಾಂಟ್ಯಾಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಅನುಕೂಲ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಇದೊಂದು ಈಗಿನ ಸಿಚುವೇಶನ್ದಲ್ಲಿ ಆಟೋಮೊಬೈಲ್ ಇಂಡಸ್ಟ್ರಿ ಅನ್ನೋದನ್ನು ಇದು ಯಾವಾಗಲೂ ಕ್ಲೋಸ್ ಆಗುವಂಥ ಸೀಸನೇಬಲ್ ಕಂಪ್ನಿ ಅಲ್ಲೇ ಅಲ್ಲ. ಟೂ ವೀಲರ್ ಇಂಡಸ್ಟ್ರಿ ಅಂದರೆ ಇದು ನೀವು ಯಾವ ಬೇಕಾದರೂ ಮಳೆಗಾಲ ಇರಲಿ ಚಳಿಗಾಲ ಇರಲಿ ಪ್ರತಿಯೊಂದು ಕಸ್ಟಮರ್ಸ್ ಬೇಕೇ ಬೇಕು. ಸೊ ಅದನ್ನು ನಿಮಗಂತೂ ಗೊತ್ತಿದೆ ಮಾರ್ಕೆಟಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾವುದು ಬಿಸ್ನೆಸ್ ಈಗ ನಡೀತಾ ಇದೆ ಅಂತೇಳಿ. ಆಟೋಮೊಬೈಲ್ಗಿಂತ ಒಳ್ಳೆ ಬಿಸ್ನೆಸ್ ಈ ಸದ್ಯಕ್ಕೆ ಯಾವುದೂ ಇಲ್ಲ. ನೀವು ಯಾವುದೇ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು, ನಾವೆಲ್ಲ ಒಂದು 2-3 ಇಂಡಸ್ಟ್ರಿ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಕಂಪೇರ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದೀವಿ. ಬಟ್ ಅದಕ್ಕಿಂತ ಆಟೋಮೊಬೈಲ್ ಇಂಡಸ್ಟ್ರಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ತುಂಬ ಹಣನೂ ಇದೆ, ನಿಮಗೆ ಹೊಸ ಹೊಸ ಕಸ್ಟಮರ್ ಸಿಗ್ತಾರೆ, ದಿವಸ ಒಳ್ಳೆಯ ಬಿಸ್ನೆಸ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ನಮ್ಮ ಬಿಸ್ನೆಸ್ಸಲ್ಲಿ ನಮ್ಮ ಸ್ಪೀಡ್ ಫೋರ್ಸ್ ಕಂಪ್ನಿ ಸಾಕಷ್ಟು ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ ಅನುಕೂಲ ಮಾಡಿಕೊಡ್ತಾ ಇದೆ. ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಯಾವುದು ಇನ್ಶೂರೆನ್ಸ್ ಆಯಿತು, ಜೊತೆಗೆ ನಿಮ್ಮದು ಕೆಸ್ಟಾಲ್ದು ಮತ್ತು ಎಕ್ವಿಪ್ಮೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಜೊತೆಗೆ ಇದು ಅದು ಮಿಂಡಾದು ಈ ಎಲ್ಲ ಕಾಂಟ್ಯಾಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋದ್ರಿಂದ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಬಿಸ್ನೆಸ್ಸಕ್ಕೆ ತುಂಬ ಹೆಲ್ಪ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಮತ್ತು ನಾವೆಲ್ಲ ಇದ್ದೀವಿ, ವಿ ಆರ್ ದಿ ಫೋರ್ಸ್. ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ ಸಾಕಷ್ಟು 35-40 ವರ್ಷ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪೀರಿಯನ್ಸ್ ಇದೆ. ನಿಮ್ಮನ್ನು ಡೆವಲಪ್ ಮಾಡಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ನಾವು ಪಣ ತೊಟ್ಟಿರ್ತೀವಿ. ಯಾವುದೇ ಥರದಲ್ಲಿ ತೊಂದರೆ ಆದರೆ ಏನು ಅನಿಸ್ತಪ್ಪ ಅಂದರೆ ನೀವು ನನಗೆ ಡೈರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿ ನಮ್ಮ ಜೊತೆ ಮಾತಾಡ್ಬೋದು. ನಿಮ್ದು ಏನಾದರೂ ಪ್ರಶ್ನೆ ಇದ್ರೆ ಕೇಳ್ಬೋದು ಈಗ.
ಸರ್ ಹಲೋ.
ಹೇಳಿ.
ಹಲೋ ಸರ್, ಶಶಾಂಕ್ ಅಂತ. ಸರ್ ಏನಿಲ್ಲ, ಈಗ ಸ್ಪೇರ್ಸ್ ಇದೆಲ್ಲ ಹೇಗೆ ಸರ್ ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ ಮಾರ್ಜಿನ್ಸ್ ಸ್ಪೇರ್ಸ್ ಅವೈಲಬಿಲಿಟಿ?
ಇಲ್ಲ, ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಅದು ಏನು ನಾವು ಮಿಂಡಾ ಜೊತೆ ನಾವು ಟೈಪ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಡ್ತೀವಿ. ಮಿಂಡಾ ಅವ್ರು ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಅದು ಇವ್ನು ಕನ್ಸಿಡರ್ ಆಸ್ ಒನ್ ಆಫ್ ದಿ, ಯಾಕೆ ನಮ್ಮ ಕಂಪ್ನಿ ಜೊತೆ ಕಾಂಟ್ಯಾಕ್ಟ್ ಇದೆ ಅವ್ರದ್ದು. ನೀವು ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ಹೊತ್ತು ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಇನ್ಫಾರ್ಮೇಶನ್ ಕೊಟ್ಟರೆ ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ, ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ನಮ್ಮ ಕೊಟ್ಟಂತ ಮಾರ್ಜಿನ್ ನಿಮಗೆ ಕೊಡ್ತಾರೆ.
ಹೇಳಿ ಸರ್.
ಅಲ್ಲ, ಈಗ ನೋಡಿ, ಒಂದು ವಿತ್ GST 35 to 38% ಕೊಡ್ತಾರೆ. ವಿದೌಟ್ GST 25 to 30% ನಿಮಗೆ ಕೊಡ್ತಾರೆ ಅವರು. ವಿತ್ GST ತಗೊಂಡ್ರೆ 35 to 38% ಕೊಡ್ತಾರೆ ನಿಮಗೆ ಸ್ಪೇರ್ ಪಾರ್ಟ್ಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ. ಹೌದೊಂದು ಎಕ್ವಿಪ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ನಮ್ಮ ಜೊತೆ ಟೈಪ್ ಇದೆ ಅವ್ರದ್ದು. ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಎಲ್ಲಿಂದ ಬಾಲ್ಕೋಟ್ ಸಾಗರ ಬಾಗಲಕೋಟು ನಿಯರೆಸ್ಟ್ ಯಾವ್ದು ಸಿಟಿ ಇರುತ್ತಲ್ಲ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಅವ್ರದ್ದು ಮಿಂಡಾದವ್ರದ್ದು ಒಂದು ಡಿಸ್ಟ್ರಿಬ್ಯೂಷನ್ ಸೆಂಟರ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನೀವು ಆರ್ಡರ್ ಹಾಕ್ಬೇಕು, ನಾವು ಕಾಂಟ್ಯಾಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಕೊಡ್ತೀವಿ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ.
ಸರ್ ಈಗ ಸ್ಪೇರ್ಸ್ ಅನಂತರ ಸ್ಟಾಕ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ಹೇಗೆ ಸರ್? ನಾವು ನಮ್ಮ ಲೋಕಲ್ ಏರಿಯಾ ಇದ್ರ ಮೇಲ್ಗಡೆ ನಾವು ಸ್ಟಾಕ್ ಇಡೋದಾ ಅಥವಾ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಕಂಪನಿದು ಒಂದು ರಿಕ್ವೈರ್ಮೆಂಟ್ಸ್?
ಇಲ್ಲ, ನಿಮ್ಮ ರಿಕ್ವೈರ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಪ್ರಕಾರ ಸ್ಟಾಕ್ ಇಡೋದು. ನಾವು ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಸ್ಟಾಕಿಗೆ ನಾವು ಫೋರ್ಸ್ ಮಾಡಲ್ಲ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ. ಅದನ್ನ ಇನ್ವೆಂಟರಿ ರೊಟೇಷನ್ ಮಾಡ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ನಾವು ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಹೆಲ್ಪ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ. ಅನ್ನೆಸರಿ ಸ್ಟಾಕ್ ಹಾಕೊಂಡು ಹಣ ಇನ್ವೆಸ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡು
ಯಾಕಂದ್ರೆ ಸರ್ ಈಗ ಮಲ್ಟಿ ಬ್ರ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ಆದ್ರೆ ಈಗ ನಮ್ಮ ಲೋಕಲ್ ಮಾರ್ಕೆಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಮಿನಿಮಮ್ ಒಂದು 5-6 ಕಂಪನಿಗಳದ್ದು ವೆಹಿಕಲ್ಸ್ ಇರ್ತವೆ.
ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್.
ಈಗ 5-6 ಕಂಪನಿಗಳು ಆಲ್ಮೋಸ್ಟ್ಲಿ ಮೂವಿಂಗ್ ಪಾರ್ಟ್ಸ್ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಒಂದು ಕನಿಷ್ಠ ನನ್ನ ಅಂದಾಜು ಒಂದು 10 ಲಕ್ಷ ರೂಪಾಯಿ ಬರೀ ಸ್ಪೇರ್ಸ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ.
Actually, Kohli, just I want to say on this, Mr. Shashank, ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಏನು ಮಾಡುವಾಗ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ನಮ್ ಕಂಪನಿಲಿ ಬಹಳ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪೀರಿಯನ್ಸ್ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಇದೆ. ನಮ್ ಕಡೆ ಸೀನಿಯರ್ ಮ್ಯಾನೇಜ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಟೀಮ್ ನಲ್ಲಿ ಅವರೆಲ್ಲ ಒಟ್ಟಿಗೆ ಕೂತ್ಕೊಂಡು ಅವರೆಲ್ಲರೂ ಅನಲೈಸ್ ಮಾಡಿ, ನೀವು ನೋಡಿದ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಮೋಸ್ಟ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ವೆಹಿಕಲ್ ನಲ್ಲಿ ಕಾಮನ್ ಪಾರ್ಟ್ಸ್ ಇರುವುದು. ಕಾಮನ್ ಪಾರ್ಟ್ಸ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ನಮ್ ಕಡೆ ಎಲ್ಲ ಐಡೆಂಟಿಫೈ ಮಾಡಿ ನಮ್ಮ OEM ಸಪ್ಲೈಯರ್ ದಾರವರ ಅವ್ರಿಗೂ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದು. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ನಿಮ್ ಜಗನಲ್ಲಿ ತುಂಬಾ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಸ್ಟಾಕ್ ಮಾಡೋದಕ್ಕೆ ಅವಶ್ಯ ಇಲ್ಲ, ಬಹಳ ಕಡಿಮೆ ಸ್ಟಾಕ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕು ಅಷ್ಟೇ. ಮೋಸ್ಟ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ಥಿಂಗ್ಸ್ ನೀವು ನೋಡಿದಂದ್ರೆ ನೀವು ಕೇಳಿದ್ದು ಎಕ್ದಮ್ 100% ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆನ್ಸರ್. ಯಾಕಂದ್ರೆ ಮಲ್ಟಿ ಪ್ರಾಡಕ್ಟ್ ನಲ್ಲಿ ಬೇರೆ ಬೇರೆ ಎಲ್ಲ ಐಟಮ್ಸ್ ಬರುವುದು CC ಪ್ರಕಾರ. ಬಟ್ ಬೈ ಅಂಡ್ ಲಾರ್ಜ್ ನಮ್ಮ ಎಲ್ಲಾ ಸೈಡ್ ಕಾಮನೈಸ್ ಪಾರ್ಟ್ಸ್ ಮಾಡಿ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಇನ್ವೆಂಟ್ರಿ ಕಾಸ್ಟ್ ಕಡಿಮೆಯಾಗಿ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದು. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ನಿಮ್ದು ಸ್ಟಾಕ್ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ ಇನ್ವೆಂಟ್ರಿ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ ಕಡಿಮೆ ಆಗಿದೆ, ನಂಬರ್ 1. ನಂಬರ್ 2, ಬಾಕಿ ಆಥರೈಸ್ಡ್ ಡೀಲರ್ ಕಂಪನಿ OEM ಡೀಲರ್ ಕಡೆ ನೀವು ಹೋಗ್ತಾ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಅವ್ರು ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ, ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಮಂತ್ಲಿ ಟಾರ್ಗೆಟ್ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಮಂತ್ಲಿ ನೀವು ಟಾರ್ಗೆಟ್ ತಗೊಳ್ಳೇಬೇಕು, ಇಲ್ಲ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಅವ್ರು ಹೇಳಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಡಿಸ್ಕ್ವಾಲಿಫೈ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಸ್ಟ್ಯಾಂಡರ್ಡ್ ಡಿಸ್ಕೌಂಟ್ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ, ಬಟ್ ದೇ ವಿಲ್ ಫೋರ್ಸ್ ಯು ಟು ಟೇಕ್ ಸೋ ಮಚ್, ಇಷ್ಟು ಸ್ಟಾಕ್ ನೀವು ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕಂದ್ರೆ. ನಮ್ ಕಡೆ ಆ ತರ ಏನು ಸ್ಟಾಕ್ ಕಂಪಲ್ಸರಿ ಮಾಡುವುದಲ್ಲ, ಟಾರ್ಗೆಟ್ ಏನು ಇಲ್ಲ. ಯಾಕೆಂದ್ರೆ ಸಿಂಪಲ್ ಉದಾಹರಣೆ ನಾನು ಕೊಡ್ತೇನೆ. ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಎಷ್ಟು ಅಪಿಟೇಟ್ ಇದೋ ಅಷ್ಟು, 1 ರೊಟ್ಟಿ 2 ರೊಟ್ಟಿ 3 ರೊಟ್ಟಿ ನಿಮ್ ಕಡೆ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಕಸ್ಟಮರ್ ಬರ್ತಾ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಅಷ್ಟು ಸ್ಟಾಕ್ ಆಟೋಮೆಟಿಕ್ ನೀವೇ ಆರ್ಡರ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ನಾನು ಏನು ನಿಮ್ ಫೋರ್ಸ್ ಮಾಡೋದಕ್ಕೆ ಅವಶ್ಯ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಯಾಕಂದ್ರೆ ನೀವು ಕೂತ್ಕೊಂಡಿದ್ದಲ್ಲದೆ ಬಿಸ್ನೆಸ್ ಮಾಡೋಕೆ ತುಂಬಾ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿದೆ ಸರ್ವಿಸ್ ಕಸ್ಟಮರ್ ಕೊಡ್ಬೇಕಂದ್ರೆ ನೀವು ವಿಚಾರ ಮಾಡಿ ಕೂತ್ಕೊಂಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಸೊ ಡೆಫಿನೆಟ್ಲಿ ನಮ್ ಕಡೆ ಅರ್ಧ ಯಾವ್ದು ಫೋರ್ಸ್ ಪ್ರೆಷರ್ ಮಾಡೋದೇ ಇಲ್ಲ. ದಟ್ಸ್ ಆಲ್ ಐ ವಾಂಟ್ ಟು ಸೇ. ಓವರ್ ಟು ಮಿಸ್ಟರ್ ಕೋಹ್ಲಿ.
ಸರಿ ಸರ್ ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಸರ್ ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಸರ್, ಅನಂತರ ಈಗ ಚಾರ್ಜಸ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ಏನು ನಾವು ಕಸ್ಟಮರ್ಗೆ ಚಾರ್ಜಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಲ್ಲ, ಸರ್ವಿಸ್ ಚಾರ್ಜಸ್ ಎಲ್ಲ, ಅದು ಈಗ ಲೋಕಲ್ ಮೆಕ್ಯಾನಿಕ್ಸ್ ಗೆ ಅದು ಏನಾದ್ರು ಕಾಂಪಿಟೇಟ್ ಆಗೋ ಚಾರ್ಜಸ್ ಇರುತ್ತಾ, ಅಥವಾ ಒಂದು ಸ್ಟ್ಯಾಂಡರ್ಡ್ ಪ್ರೈಸ್ ಏನಾದ್ರು ಫಿಕ್ಸ್ ಮಾಡಿ?
ಇಲ್ಲ, ನಮ್ದು ಒಂದು ಸ್ಟ್ಯಾಂಡರ್ಡ್ ಲೇಬರ್ ಶೆಡ್ಯೂಲ್ ಇದೆ. ಕಂಪೇರಿಟಿವ್ಲಿ ಲೋಕಲ್ ಮೆಕ್ಯಾನಿಕ್ಸ್ ಜೊತೆ ಡೀಲರ್ ಜೊತೆ ಕಂಪೇರ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡು ನಮ್ದು ಒಂದು ಮಿಡಲ್ ಒಂದು ಲೇಬರ್ ಶೆಡ್ಯೂಲ್ ಇದೆ. ಆ ಲೇಬರ್ ಶೆಡ್ಯೂಲ್ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಕೊಡ್ತೀವಿ. ಆ ಲೇಬರ್ ಶೆಡ್ಯೂಲ್ ಇಂದ ಯಾರಿಗೆ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಅದು ಪ್ರಾಫಿಟ್ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. ಡೀಲರು ಮತ್ತೆ ಮೆಕ್ಯಾನಿಕಲ್ ಎರಡು ಸ್ಟಡಿ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡು ಮಾಡಿದೀವಿ. ಒಂದು ಸ್ಟ್ಯಾಂಡರ್ಡ್ ಲೇಬರ್ ಶೆಡ್ಯೂಲ್ ನಮ್ದೇ ಇರ್ತದೆ.
ನಿಮ್ ಸಿಟಿ ಪ್ರಕಾರ ಡೀಲರ್ ಇದಾರಲ್ವಾ, ಅವರು 100 ರೂಪಾಯಿ ಚಾರ್ಜ್ ಮಾಡಿದ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಲೋಕಲ್ ಮೆಕ್ಯಾನಿಕ್ ಕೂಡ ನವ್ ಡೇಸ್ ಎಲ್ಲರೂ ಒಂದೇ ಚಾರ್ಜ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಸಮ್ ಪ್ಲೇಸಸ್ ಏನಂದ್ರೆ ಲೋಕಲ್ ಮೆಕ್ಯಾನಿಕ್ಸ್ ಕಡಿಮೆ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಇವರು 80 ರೂಪೀಸ್ 60 ರೂಪೀಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಡೀಲರ್ಶಿಪ್ ನಲ್ಲಿ ಹೋಗ್ತಾ ಅಂದ್ರೆ 100 ರೂಪಾಯಿ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ ಲೇಬರ್ ಫಾರ್ ದ ಸೇಮ್ ಲೇಬರ್.
ಇಲ್ಲ ಸರ್, ಯೂಶಲ್ ಆಗಿ ಈ ಲೋಕಲ್ ಮೆಕ್ಯಾನಿಕ್ಸ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ಏನ್ ಬರುತ್ತಂದ್ರೆ, ಈಗ ನಾವು ಒಂದು ಅಥೆಂಟಿಕ್ ದಲ್ಲಿ ಮಾಡೋದ್ರಿಂದ ನಾವು ಒಂದು ಬ್ರ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ. ಓಯಿ ಪಾರ್ಟ್ಸ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ನಾವು ರೆಫರೆನ್ಸ್ ಹಾಕ್ತಿವಿ, ನಮ್ಮ ಕಸ್ಟಮರ್ಗೆ ನಾವು ಇದನ್ನ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ, ರೆಫರ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ, ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ. ಬಟ್ ಈ ಲೋಕಲ್ ಮೆಕ್ಯಾನಿಕ್ಸ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ಅವ್ರು ಚಾರ್ಜಸ್ ಕಡಿಮೆ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಹಲೋ,
ಅಲ್ಲ, ಈಗ ನಿಮ್ ಪ್ರಶ್ನೆ ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಇದೆ. ಇದೇನೇ ಗೊತ್ತಲ್ಲ, ನಾವು ಒಂದು ಸ್ಟ್ಯಾಂಡರ್ಡ್ ಲೇಬರ್, ಒಂದು ಸ್ಟ್ಯಾಂಡರ್ಡ್ ಸ್ಪೇರ್ ಪಾರ್ಟ್ಸ್, ಸ್ಟ್ಯಾಂಡರ್ಡ್ ವರ್ಕ್ಶಾಪ್. ನಮ್ದು ಸ್ಟ್ಯಾಂಡರ್ಡ್ ಲೇಬರ್, ಸ್ಟ್ಯಾಂಡರ್ಡ್ ಸ್ಪೇರ್ ಪಾರ್ಟ್ಸ್, ಸ್ಟ್ಯಾಂಡರ್ಡ್ ವರ್ಕ್ಶಾಪ್ ಇದ್ರೆ ಕಸ್ಟಮರ್ ಲೋಕಲ್ ಕಡೆ ಹೋಗೋದಿಲ್ಲ. 1 ಸಲ 2 ಸಲ ಹೋಗ್ತಾರೆ, ಆಮೇಲೆ ಹೋಗೋದೇನು. ಅವ್ರಕ್ಕಿಂತ ನೀವು ನಿಮ್ದು ಒಂದು ಎಂಬಿಯನ್ಸ್ ಜೊತೆಗೆ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಸರ್ವಿಸ್ ಜೊತೆಗೆ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಸ್ಪೇರ್ ಪಾರ್ಟ್ಸ್, ಯಾಕಂದ್ರೆ ಲೋಕಲ್ ಸ್ಪೇರ್ ಪಾರ್ಟ್ಸ್ ಎಷ್ಟು ನಡೀತೀನಿ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಿದೆ. ಒರಿಜಿನಲ್ ಸ್ಪೇರ್ ಪಾರ್ಟ್ಸ್ ಕಸ್ಟಮರ್ ಡಿಮಾಂಡ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. ನೀವು ಒರಿಜಿನಲ್ ಹಾಕಿದ್ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ, ಬಟ್ ಡೂಪ್ಲಿಕೇಟ್ ಹಾಕಿದ್ರೆ ಅದು ಲೈಫ್ ಸೇಫ್ಟಿ ಇರೋದಿಲ್ಲ. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಯಾರು ಈ ಸಲ ಇವತ್ತು ಇಂಟ್ರೆಸ್ಟ್ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ನೀವು ಸ್ಟ್ಯಾಂಡರ್ಡ್ ವರ್ಕ್ಶಾಪ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನೀವು ಸ್ಟ್ಯಾಂಡರ್ಡ್ ಮೇಂಟೈನ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡು ಹೋದ್ರೆ ಅವರು ಲೋಕಲ್ ಮೆಕ್ಯಾನಿಕ್ ಇದ್ರಲ್ಲಿ ಚರ್ಚೆ ಮಾಡುವಂತ ಪ್ರಶ್ನೆ ಬರೋದಿಲ್ಲ.
ಇಲ್ಲ ಸರ್, ಕಂಪ್ಯಾರಿಸನ್ ನಾವು ಕಾಂಪಿಟೇಷನ್ ಬಂದಾಗ ಲೋಕಲ್ ಮೆಕ್ಯಾನಿಕ್ಸ್ ಮೇಲೆ ನಮ್ಗೆ ಬರೋದು ಯೂಶಲಿ ಈ ಮಲ್ಟಿ ಬ್ರ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ಮಾಡಿದಾಗ. ಈಗ ಬ್ರ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ಆದಲ್ಲಿ ಶೋರೂಮ್ಗೆ ಹೋಗ್ತಾರೆ, ಅಥೆಂಟಿಕ್ ಡೀಲರ್ಸ್ ಇರ್ತಾರೆ, ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಹೋಗ್ತಾರೆ, ಸರ್ವಿಸ್ ಮಾಡಿಸ್ಕೊತಾರೆ, ಬರ್ತಾರೆ, ಅಲ್ಲೇನ್ ತೊಂದರೆ ಬರಲ್ಲ. ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇವನ್ ನೀವು ಚಾರ್ಜಸ್ ಎಷ್ಟು ಪೇ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರು ಕೂಡ ಕಸ್ಟಮರ್ ಏನು ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಬಾರ್ಗೇನಿಂಗ್ ಮಾಡಲ್ಲ. ಬಟ್ ಅದೇ ಬಂದು ನಾವು ಮಲ್ಟಿ ಬ್ರ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ಮಾಡಿಸಕ್ ಹೋದಾಗ ಅದು ಅಬ್ವಿಯಸ್ಲಿ ಕಸ್ಟಮರ್ ಮಾರ್ಜಿನ್ ಕೆಲೆ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಇದನ್ನ ಕೇಳ್ತಾರ.
ಇಲ್ಲ, ಆತರ ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ನೋಡಿ, ನಮ್ದು MBS ನೋಡಿದ್ರೆ ನೀವು ಆತರ ಮಾರ್ಜಿನ್ ಮಾಡುವಂತ ಪೊಸಿಷನ್ ಇರೋದಿಲ್ಲ ಅಲ್ಲಿ. ಯಾಕಂದ್ರೆ ಮೋರಲೆಸ್ ಡೀಲರ್ಶಿಪ್ ಇದ್ದಂಗೆ. ಒಂದು ನೀವು ಸ್ಟ್ಯಾಂಡರ್ಡ್ ಮೇಂಟೈನ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡ್ಬಿಟ್ರೆ ಅದೇನು ತೊಂದರೆ ಆಗೋದಿಲ್ಲ ಅಲ್ಲಿ. ಯಾಕಂದ್ರೆ ನಾವು ಅದನ್ನ ಸ್ಟ್ಯಾಂಡರ್ಡ್ ಮೇಂಟೈನ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೋಬೇಕು. ಯಾಕಂದ್ರೆ ನಾವು ಆ ತರ ಬಿಹೇವ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಅವರು ಬಾರ್ಗೇನ್ ಮಾಡುವಂತ ಪ್ರಶ್ನೆ ಬರೋದಿಲ್ಲ ಅಲ್ಲಿ. ಮತ್ತೆ ಲೇಬರ್ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಕಾಸ್ಟ್ಲಿ ಇರೋದಿಲ್ಲ. ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಕಂಪೇರಿಟಿವ್ಲಿ ನಮ್ಗೆ ಯಾರಿಗಿ ತೊಂದರೆ ಆಗಲಾರ್ದು. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ನಿಮ್ಗೂ ನಾಳೆ ಬಹಳ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಕಡಿಮೆ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಡೀಲರ್ ಹೋಗ್ಬಾರ್ದು, ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಹೆಚ್ಚಿಗೆ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಮೆಕ್ಯಾನಿಕ್ ಆ ತರ ಮಾಡಲಾರ್ದು ಒಂದು ಲೇಬರ್ ಶೆಡ್ಯೂಲ್ ಮಾಡಿದೀವಿ. ಆ ಲೇಬರ್ ಶೆಡ್ಯೂಲ್ ಪ್ರಕಾರ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂತ ಹೋದ್ರೆ ತೊಂದರೆ ಆಗಲ್ಲ. ಮತ್ತೆ ಏನಾದ್ರು ಪ್ರಶ್ನೆ ಇದೆನಾ? ಓಕೆ, ಥ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಯು. ಮತ್ತೆ ಯಾವ್ದೋ ಪ್ರಶ್ನೆ ಕೇಳೋದ್ರೆ ಹೇಳಿ ದಯಮಾಡಿ.
ಗುಡ್ ಈವ್ನಿಂಗ್ ಸರ್.
ಗುಡ್ ಈವ್ನಿಂಗ್. ಬೋಲಿ
ಸಾದಿಕ್ ಮಾತಾಡ್ತಿದ್ರು.
ಹೇಳಿ.
ಅದೇ ಸರ್, ಈಗ ಏನ್ ಮಾರ್ಕೆಟಿಂಗ್ ಕಾನ್ಸೆಪ್ಟ್ ಇದೆ ಅಲ್ಲ ನಿಮ್ದು,
ಓಕೆ,
ಅದು 1 lakh rupees ಫೀಸ್ ತಗೊಂತ ಇದ್ದೀರಿ. ಇದು ಲೈಫ್ ಟೈಮ್ ಗೆ ಅದು ಏನ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪೆನ್ಸಸ್ ಏನ್ ಬರುತ್ತೆ ಮಾರ್ಕೆಟಿಂಗ್ ಪೂರ್ತಿ ನಿಮ್ದೇನಾ?
ಹೌದು.
ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ ನಮ್ದೇನು ಇನ್ವಾಲ್ವ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಇದು ಇರಲ್ಲ?
ಇರಲ್ಲ.
ಪೂರ್ತಿ ಕಾಸ್ಟ್ ಏನ್ ಮಾರ್ಕೆಟಿಂಗ್ ಕಾಸ್ಟ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ನಿಮ್ದೇ ಇರುತ್ತೆ?
ಹೌದು.
ಅಲ್ಲ, ಫಾರ್ ಲೈಫ್ ಟೈಮ್ ಸರ್?
ಇಟ್ಸ್ ನಾಟ್ ಲೈಫ್ ಟೈಮ್, ಬಟ್ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಒಂದ್ಸಲ ನೀವು ಟ್ರೈನ್ ಹಚ್ಕೊಟ್ಬಿಟ್ರೆ ಅದನ್ನು ಕಂಫರ್ಟೇಬಲ್ ಆಗಿ ವಿಲ್ ಮೇಕ್ ಯು ಕಂಫರ್ಟ್. ಒಂದು ಸರ್ಟನ್ ಪೀರಿಯಡ್ ಆದ್ಮೇಲೆ ನೀವು ಮಾಡ್ಕೋತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀರಾ ನೀವು. ಇಟ್ಸ್ ನಾಟ್ ಫಾರ್ ಲೈಫ್ ಟೈಮ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಈಗ ನಾವು ನಿಮ್ದೊಂದು ಬಿಸ್ನೆಸ್ ಸೆಟ್ ಮಾಡಿಕೊಡ್ತೀವಿ, ನಿಮಗೆ ಬಿಸ್ನೆಸ್ ಸೆಟ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಕೊಟ್ಮೇಲೆ ಒಂದು ಸರ್ಟನ್ ಮೆಂಬರ್ಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಡ್ತೀವಿ, ಮಾಡಿಕೊಡಿ, ನೀವು ಅದನ್ನ ನೋಡ್ಕೊಂಡು ಹೋಗ್ಬೇಕು.
ಲೈಫ್ ಟೈಮ್ ಫ್ರೀ ಆಗಿದೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ನಿಮ್ದು ಟ್ರೈನಿಂಗ್ ನಮ್ ಕಡೆಯಿಂದ ಬರುವುದಲ್ವಾ, ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಏನು ಚಾರ್ಜೇ ಮಾಡೋದಿಲ್ಲ. ನಮ್ ಕಡೆಯಿಂದ ಆಲ್ವೇಸ್ ವಿ ಗಿವ್ ಅ ಟ್ರೈನಿಂಗ್, ದಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಟೋಟಲಿ ಫ್ರೀ. ಅದು
Rangan, what is asking is marketing. What is marketing? What we are doing is it for lifetime or for certain period?
No. That is what Rajkishan Kar or means Rajkishan Saab has told. No, the same way. First 3 months they will settle down. After that, our AMC team will go. That is Mr. Pranav Bhatt team and all. They will go and help in the local market to push the marketing activity. That is we do hand on hand. We will work in the field support. They are on our payroll, so we don't charge anything. But it is a co-activity. Means joint activity. Joint activity. ಅವ್ರು ಲೋಕಲ್ ಸಪೋರ್ಟ್ ಅವ್ರು ಕೊಡ್ತಾರೆ, ನಮ್ ಕಡೆ ಹೆಡ್ ಆಫೀಸ್ ಸಪೋರ್ಟ್ ಕೊಟ್ಟು ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಕಸ್ಟಮರ್ ಡ್ರೈವ್ ಮಾಡೋದು. ಅವ್ರ ವರ್ಕ್ಶಾಪ್ ನಲ್ಲಿ ತುಂಬಾ ಗಾಡಿ ಬರುವುದಕ್ಕೆ ನಮ್ ಮಾರ್ಕೆಟಿಂಗ್ ಆಕ್ಟಿವಿಟಿ ಎಲ್ಲ ಮಾಡಿಸ್ಕೊಟ್ಟುದು.
ಅದೇ ಸರ್, ಅದು ಎನಿ ಟೈಮ್ ಲೈಫ್ ಟೈಮ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇದ ಏನು ಒನ್ ಪೇಯ್ಡ್ ಇರುತ್ತಾ ಅದಕ್ಕಂತ?
ಸರ್ ಅದು ಏನು ಪೇಯ್ಡ್ ಚಾರ್ಜ್ ಏನು ಮಾಡುವುದಿಲ್ಲ.
Rajkishan ಅವರೇ, he is not like that. He is asking, is it for particular 1 year or 2 year like that or 6 months?
That is what ಇಲ್ಲ ನಾನು ಅದೇ ಹೇಳುದು. ನಮ್ ಕಡೆ ಇருந்து ವಾಟ್ ವಿ ಆರ್ ಕಲೆಕ್ಟಿಂಗ್ ದಟ್ 8.85, ದಟ್ ಇಸ್ 2 years ನಲ್ಲಿ ಎಲ್ಲ ಕಾಸ್ಟ್ ಬ್ರೇಕಪ್ ನಮ್ಗೆ ಕೊಟ್ಟುದು. ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ ಅದ ಮೇಲೆ ಆಫ್ಟರ್ ಕಂಪ್ಲೀಷನ್ ಆಫ್ 2 years 25th ತಿಂಗಳ ನಲ್ಲಿ ಇருந்து 25th month onwards they have to pay only 5,000 rupees as a fee towards ನಮ್ದು ಸ್ಪೀಡ್ ಫೋರ್ಸ್. ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ ನಮ್ಮ ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ಸಾಫ್ಟ್ವೇರ್ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದಲ್ವಾ, ಆ ಸಾಫ್ಟ್ವೇರ್ ಮೇಲೆ ನಮ್ ಲೈಸೆನ್ಸ್ ಫೀ ಕೊಡಬೇಕು ಸಾಫ್ಟ್ವೇರ್ ಡೆವಲಪಿಂಗ್ ಪರ್ಸನ್. ಅದು ಪ್ಲಸ್ ನಮ್ ಕಡೆ ಒಂದು ಫ್ಯೂಚರ್ ಆಕ್ಟಿವಿಟೀಸ್, ಮಾರ್ಕೆಟಿಂಗ್ ಆಕ್ಟಿವಿಟೀಸ್ ಏನು ಮಾಡುವ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ನಮ್ ಜನ ಬರ್ತಾರೆ, ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನಮ್ ಪೇರೋಲ್ ನಲ್ಲಿ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ, ಅವರೆಲ್ಲ ಬಂದು ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಸ್ಟೇ ಮಾಡಿ ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ಆಕ್ಟಿವಿಟಿ ಎಲ್ಲ ಮಾಡಿ ಪ್ರಮೋಷನ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಕೊಡ್ತಾರೆ, ಕ್ಯಾಂಪೇನ್, ಹೆಲ್ತ್ ಚೆಕ್ಅಪ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಆಲ್. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಅವ್ರ ಖರ್ಚೆಲ್ಲ ಬರೋದಲ್ಲ, ಅದು ಅಡ್ಮಿನಿಸ್ಟ್ರೇಷನ್ ಕಾಸ್ಟ್ ಹೇಳುವುದು. ಅದು ಇದು ಪ್ರಕಾರ ಓನ್ಲಿ 5,000 rupees ಅವ್ರು ಕೊಡಬೇಕು ನಮ್ ಕಡೆ ಓನ್ಲಿ ಆಫ್ಟರ್ 2 years ಕಂಪ್ಲೀಷನ್. ಈ 2 ವರ್ಷ ಕಾಲದಲ್ಲಿ ವಿ ಡೋಂಟ್ ಚಾರ್ಜ್ ಎನಿಥಿಂಗ್ ಅದರ್ ದನ್ ದಟ್ 8.85. ದಟ್ಸ್ ಆಲ್. ಕ್ಲಿಯರ್ ಆಗಿದೆ ಸರ್? ಸಾದಿಕ್ ಸರ್ ಕ್ಲಿಯರ್ ಆಗಿದೆ ಅಲ್ವಾ? ಏನು ಡೌಟ್ ಇದೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಕೇಳಿ, ಸಂಶಯ ಏನಿದೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಕೇಳಿ.
ಏನಿಲ್ಲ ಸರ್.
ವೆರಿ ಗುಡ್, ಥ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಯು ಸರ್. ಗುಡ್ ಕ್ವಶನ್ ಸರ್, ಥ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಯು.
ಮತ್ತೆ ಏನಾದ್ರು ಪ್ರಶ್ನೆ ಕೇಳಿದ್ದೀರಾ?
Gentlemen, we have got another 7 minutes for question and answer session. किसी को कुछ doubts है तो पूछ लीजिए. हमारा कोहली sir will be able to answer you. Please come up with questions. 7 minutes more for us to wind up this meeting.
सर, ये प्रोसेस चालू होने के बाद कितने दिन में कंप्लीट हो जाएगा?
सॉरी सर, कम अगेन सादिक सर.
ये अभी जो
प्रोसेस एप्लीकेशन फॉर्म देने के बाद, लोकेशन सर्च करने के बाद करीब 22 to 25 days में आप ओपनिंग कर सकते हैं सर.
अरे ನಿಮ್ಮ ಕೈನಲ್ಲಿದೆ ಸರ್. ಸಾರಿ, ಗೋ ಅಹೆಡ್.
22 to 25 days is the time that it takes for the entire setup, sir.
Okay.
Sir, hello.
ಕಾರ್ತಿಕ್ ಅವರೇ, ನಿಮಗೆ ಪ್ರಶ್ನೆ ಇದೆನಾ?
Kohli sir, I think this is a Sadiq Mohammed he has asked the question. A prospector, yes. Sadiq Mohammed, right?
Yeah,
sir,
yeah.
he is there.
Yes.
Yeah, sir.
Answer. उसको आंसर कर दे दिया.
Okay sir, no issues.
ಸರ್, ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಹಲೋ.
ಹೇಳಿ
ಸರ್, ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ ಟೂಲ್ಸ್ ಇದೆಲ್ಲ ರಿಕ್ವೈರ್ಮೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಅಮೌಂಟ್ ಹಾಕ್ತಿದಿರಲ್ಲ, ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ ಏನು ಸ್ಪೆಷಲ್ ಟೂಲ್ಸ್ ಅಥವಾ ರೆಗ್ಯುಲರ್ ಟೂಲ್ಸ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ ಸರ್? ಅದು ಚಾರ್ಜಸ್ ಎಲ್ಲ
ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ ಸ್ಪೆಷಲ್ ರೂಲ್ಸ್ ಬರ್ತದೆ. ಸ್ಪೆಷಲ್ ರೂಲ್ಸ್ ಒಂದು ಜನರಲ್ ರೂಲ್ಸ್ ಬರ್ತದೆ.
ಜನರಲ್ ಪರ್ಪಸ್ ಟೂಲ್ ಅಂತ ಒಂದಿದೆ, ಆಮೇಲೆ ಸ್ಪೆಷಲ್ ಟೂಲ್ಸ್ ಇಲ್ಲ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ನೀವು ಕಲ್ಸ ಎಲ್ಲ ಗಾಡಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಮಾಡುವುದು ಬಹಳ ಕಷ್ಟ. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಸ್ಪೆಷಲ್ ಟೂಲ್, ಜನರಲ್ ಪರ್ಪಸ್ ಟೂಲ್, ದೆನ್ ವರ್ಕ್ ಬೆಂಚಸ್, ಕಂಪ್ರೆಸರ್, ಕಾರ್ ವಾಷರ್, ಕಂಪ್ಲೀಟ್ ಗ್ಯಾರೇಜ್ ಎಕ್ವಿಪ್ಮೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಎಲ್ಲ ಬರುವುದು ನೀವು ಕೊಡುವುದು ಅದು 8.85 ನಲ್ಲಿ ಟೂಲ್ಸ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಎಕ್ವಿಪ್ಮೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಎಲ್ಲ.
ಅದ್ರಲ್ಲಿ ಇನ್ಕ್ಲೂಡ್ FI ಸ್ಟೇಷನ್ ಏನಾದ್ರು ಇದೆಯಾ?
ಸ್ಟೇಷನರಿ ಕೂಡ ಇದೆ ಸರ್. ನಿಮ್ದು ಬಿಸ್ನೆಸ್ ಕಾರ್ಡ್
ಅಲ್ಲಲ್ಲ
ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಸಾರಿ ಏನು
ಸಾರಿ FI ಸ್ಟೇಷನ್ ಫ್ಯೂಲ್ ಇಂಜೆಕ್ಷನ್ ಆ ಸಿಸ್ಟಮ್ ಇದೆಯಾ ಇದ್ರಲ್ಲಿ ಇನ್ಕ್ಲೂಡ್ ಇದೆಯಾ ಟೂಲ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ? ಈ BS6 ವೆಹಿಕಲ್ ಆಲ್ಮೋಸ್ಟ್ಲಿ ಎಲ್ಲ FI ಸ್ಟೇಷನ್ಸ್ ಗಳೇ ಬರ್ತಾ ಇವೆ. BS6 ವೆಹಿಕಲ್ಸ್
ಅದನ್ನ ಚೆಕ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಹೇಳ್ತೀನಿ ನಿಮಗೆ.
ವೆಹಿಕಲ್ಸ್
ಅದನ್ನ ಚೆಕ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಹೇಳ್ತೀನಿ.
ಅದೇ ಸರ್,
BS6
1 lakh ಅಲ್ಲಿ
ಸರ್ ನಮ್ ಬ್ರಾಂಚೆಸ್ ನಲ್ಲಿ ಎಲ್ಲಾ ಗಾಡಿಗಳು ಮೀನ್ಸ್ ಸೂಪರ್ ಬೈಕ್ಸ್, ಅಡ್ವಾನ್ಸ್ ಬೈಕ್ಸ್ ಎಲ್ಲ KLM ಈ ಬೈಕ್ಸ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ಅವ್ರು ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಸೊ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಅದು ಇರಬೇಕು. ಇಲ್ಲಾಂದ್ರೆ ಕೂಡ ಒಂದು ಟೈಮ್ ಕನ್ಫರ್ಮ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಅವ್ರು ಹೇಳಿದಾರೆ ಅವರು. ದಟ್ಸ್ ಆಲ್. ವಿಲ್ ಚೆಕ್ ಇಟ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಕನ್ಫರ್ಮ್. ಮೋಸ್ಟ್ಲಿ ಇರಬೇಕು. ಯಾಕಂದ್ರೆ ಮಲ್ಟಿ ಬ್ರ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ಆಗಿದೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ನೀವು ಕೇಳಿದ್ದು ಮಲ್ಟಿ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ ಫ್ಯೂಲ್ ಇಂಜೆಕ್ಷನ್ ಜೈತಾ ಸ್ಪಾರ್ಕ್ ಪ್ಲಗ್ ಎಲ್ಲದು ಫ್ಯೂಲ್ ಇಂಜೆಕ್ಷನ್ ಮೆಥಡ್ ಗಾಡಿ ಮಾಡೋದಕ್ಕೂ ಟೂಲ್ಸ್ ಇರೋದು ಅಂತ ಕೇಳಿದಾರೆ ಅಲ್ವಾ? ಅದು 100% ಇರಬೇಕು. ಇಲ್ಲ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ನೀವು ಮಲ್ಟಿ ಬ್ರ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ಕೆಲಸ ಮಾಡೋದೇ ಕಷ್ಟ ಆಗಿದೆ. ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ ಇರಬೇಕು. ಸ್ಟಿಲ್ ಅವರು ಕೋಹ್ಲಿ ಸರ್ ಚೆಕ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಕನ್ಫರ್ಮ್ ಟು ಯು. ದಟ್ಸ್ ನಾಟ್ ಅ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್.
ಓಕೆ ಸರ್,
ನಾನು ಚೆಕ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಹೇಳ್ತೀನಿ.
ಸರಿ ಸರಿ.
ಓಕೆ, ಉಳಿದವರು ಯಾವ್ದು ಮತ್ತೆ ಪ್ರಶ್ನೆ ಇದೆಯಾ? ದಯಮಾಡಿ ಹೇಳಿ. ಕಾರ್ತಿಕ್ ಯಾವ ಪ್ರಶ್ನೆ ಇದೆ ನಿಮ್ದು?
Hello, sir. Excuse me.
Yeah, please.
Sir, we are now working as a service center. We are having all setups for spare and service. So, what we have to do for getting your support?
Ma'am, you need to send the list of machinery that you have. We will take it offline. Please leave your number. We will get across to you. So we'll work out a budget for you also and a customized one.
Sorry, Ratsa, to interrupt you. Ma'am, please could you put on your video and could you please write your number in the chat box? I'll get back to you after this webinar. Ma'am, please put on your video, please. Hello. Ma'am, are you there? Yeah. Ma'am, after this video, after this webinar, I'll just give you a call.
So, please take number.
Okay.
Yeah, ma'am. Ma'am, please give me. Ma'am, just write your number in the chat box so I can coordinate. Please write your number, ma'am.
Okay.
Ma'am, chat box, please write your mobile number. We will take you after this meeting. Then we will have one-to-one connect with you, and we can answer all your queries, ma'am. Please write your mobile number to have a communication.
Okay, sir.
Please drop it in our chat box. Yeah, thank you very much. I think you have put your number 9495887850. Is it the number, ma'am?
Yes.
Sir, please don't
My
deliver the
husband is my
number to anyone, sir. Rangarajan, sir, please don't tell anyone numbers, please, sir.
Okay, thank you, ma'am.
Okay.
ಕಾರ್ತಿಕ್ ಅವರೇ,
ಹೇಳಿ ಸರ್.
ಏನೋ ಕ್ವಶನ್ ಇದೆ ನಿಮ್ದು?
ನಮ್ದು ಏನಿಲ್ಲ, ಅದೇ ಎಲ್ಲಾರ್ದು ಕೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೆ. ಸೊ ಹೆಂಗೆ ಕನ್ವರ್ಸೇಷನ್ ಏನಂತ, ನಂದು ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಟೈಮ್. ಸೊ ಹಂಗಾಗಿ ಎಲ್ಲಾರ್ದು ಕೇಳಿ ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ನೋಡೋಣ. ಏನಾದ್ರು ಬಂದ್ರೆ ನಾನು ಕಾಂಟ್ಯಾಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ.
ಅಡ್ಡಿಲ್ಲ. ಸರ್, ಎನಿಬಡಿ ಯಾರಾದ್ರೂ ಇದ್ರೆ ಮತ್ತೆ ಏನಾದ್ರು ಪ್ರಶ್ನೆ ಇದೆಯಾ? ದಯಮಾಡಿ ನಿಮ್ಮ ನಂಬರ್ ನ ಚಾಟ್ ಬಾಕ್ಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಹಾಕಿ. ಏನಾದ್ರು ಕ್ವಶನ್ ಇದ್ರೆ ಮತ್ತೆ ಆಮೇಲೆ ಕಾಂಟ್ಯಾಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಅನುಕೂಲ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ನಮಗೆ.
Ashana ma'am, you have got the numbers of everybody? Anybody is left over?
Yes, sir. I've wrote down all the numbers.
Okay, good. Thank you.
So, gentlemen, thanks for being with us. I think we are up with the duration. Thank you very much. And I hope this session has been very, very encouraging for you to take it to the next level. I thank Kohli sir, Rangarajan sir for being on board. Real good experience. Thank you, gentlemen. Thanks a lot.
Thank you.
Thank you, everyone. Thanks for joining. All the best.
Thanks for everybody.